What is up, everybody? Today we are going to go and look at one of the most well-known knockoff production companies in history, the Asylum. Now, the Asylum is actually currently making a knockoff movie of Dunkirk called Operation Dunkirk, and I will link the trailer right there. Now, I'm sure you've heard of many of their movies. They get away with quite a bit of knocking off movies. Some of their movies' names are Transmorphers, The Titanic 2, Abraham Lincoln vs. Zombies, one of my favorite ones, which is literally the autistic cousin of Finding Nemo, Izzie's Way Home, which I am going to put the trailer in right here.
Meet a little fish with a big heart.
Isabella, the name her mother wanted.
Who found fitting in was a lot harder than she thought.
Your spots keep getting bigger and bigger.
Gross.
Like gross. I think my favorite part, besides the voice acting, is the fact that she has literally no spots on her, and she's being made fun of for her spots, which you cannot see at all in the trailer.
She dreamt of a life beyond her home. She was just a fish with a wish.
Whoa, flying! Wow! Wouldn't it be amazing to fly, Dad?
It's time to stop daydreaming about a bigger and better world when your world is right here.
When Izzie lands in a strange new world of danger, she discovers you should be careful what you ask for.
Isabel!
Izzie's Way Home's plot summary on IMDb is a constantly picked on fish in the aquarium escapes her yacht home, unaware of the dangers that await her open ocean. With the help of other misfit creatures, she learns not only how to brave the perils of the deep, but how to be true to herself. That's some Disney-level storyline right there. Congratulations, Asylum. Now, on top of that, which is one of my favorite knockoff movies because of how successful they were, because of one mistake, H.G. Wells' War of the World, which legitimately tricked, in 2005, movie giant Blockbuster to purchase 100,000 copies. Now, they earned a lot of money from this, and have also produced another movie that you may have heard called Snakes on a Train, not Snakes on a Plane. Now, aside from all their knockoff movies, they legitimately are trying to make their own movies, which are even worse. I'm sure you may have heard of their very well-known movie, Sharknado 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which is coming up. It's literally a joke that blew up because of the internet. Now, I don't really have a problem with this company. I honestly find it kind of funny how they've gained success by just going about and making horrible movies or copying movies. But some of their actual original movies are only involving some type of abnormality involving a fish or shark. We have Mega Shark vs. Crocodile, Mega Piranha, Two-Headed Shark Attack, Mega Shark vs. Octopus, and my favorite up-and-coming one, Five-Headed Shark Attack, because 2 just wasn't enough. Now, I completely am, like I said, in between. I don't really have an opinion on this. They actually have moved on, not fully, but somewhat, in a more serious token, to make a TV series for Sci-Fi called Z Nation. And this TV series has not only been started, but renewed by Sci-Fi, and has gained a little bit of a cult following, surprisingly. They are actually being used with their props. The props are being used in a museum out in Washington. Now, some of the directors and writers have quite actually a bit of interesting history. The movie I told you about, Operation Dunkirk, is written by Jeff Mead, who actually has quite a bit of history because he starred in Fast 5, the Amityville Haunting, and one of the Resident Evil movies, which is honestly quite surprising, but then you go and look at his older history, where he was in Leprechaun 4 in Space, 100 Million BC, and Kickboxer 5. He wasn't in the other 4. Now, I find this kind of interesting just because he is acting in serious movies, but then kind of writing jokes of a movie in blatant ripoffs. Another one of the writers/directors is Nick Loines, who, if you look at his history, is not really that surprising. We have Stormageddon, I Love You Baby, Bermuda Tentacles, another sea-involved thing, and Zombie Apocalypse. And honestly, it seems like all the original movies that come from the production company seem all to involve some type of like zombie obsession or like sea fetish something. I don't know, but one of the things that I find most interesting about this company is the fact that they are so goddamn successful. It blows my fucking mind. They have never lost money on a single movie they have produced. It says on the Wikipedia page, even though they usually go right from filming direct to DVD, that they, at about 3 months, will break even, and that they have never, not once, lost any money on any of the movies they make. And I think the way that they get away with it is the fact that they are able to produce at such a low budget, and they rush the movie, that they are able to probably start the movie when, like, let's say Dunkirk was announced. They probably started filming it immediately, started casting, going about it. It's not really that hard to write a shitty movie if you're basing it off of something that's already coming out. And they will be able to release this movie faster than Dunkirk and release it prior to when it comes out. And that's how they get their money, because I'm sure a lot of people are thinking, hey, let's go see this Dunkirk movie. I heard it's coming out. But they get Operation Dunkirk instead of fucking Dunkirk. Now, like I said, I really don't have an issue. I find it kind of funny. I know it seems like I'm passionate about it, but I'm really not. It's just, it's very interesting because today in Hollywood there is quite a bit of non-creativity. There's nothing new coming out. They're just pumping out, they're rebooting, they're taking novels and making them movies, not actually writing a movie that is original. And many companies hate the Asylum. I'm pretty sure, what was it, they got taken to court either by Paramount or Universal Studios over a movie that they had coming out called American Battleship, which is a blatant ripoff of Battleship, and they had to change it to American Warship. They also had something involving The Hobbit. I don't specifically remember the name, but you get the gist of it. Now, I'm very interested to see where this company will go in a couple years, because they are actually gaining traction. Like I said, they have their own original TV series now, which is doing somewhat well. And the fact that they are starting, it seems like, to up their production value. Looking at the trailers from all their animation movies, they suck. They have probably the worst Cars ripoff I have ever seen in my entire life.
Just over the hills and down the road, the world of cargo.
It's time you take some risks and be bold.
Okay, I'll do it.
On your mark, get set.
I showed you the Izzie's one, but looking at the trailer for the Dunkirk, it's pretty surprising that a production company like that is able to produce okay CGI and special effects. But alright, like I said, in conclusion, I don't have anything against the company. I find it very funny that they get away with knocking off these movies, and they are getting very successful from it, and now they are able to branch out into a real production company, I guess. But, alright, well, thank you for watching. Please comment any other production companies, any brands in general that are blatant knockoffs, and I'll be sure to get to it. Alright, thanks for watching. Have a good one.